Cinematic Fantasy Stories Studios presents The Blind Duke and the Moon Priestess. Gods, you stole my sight the day I was born to punish a sin I never chose. Ansel snarled toward the heavens. Now you have taken the only light I had left. So be it. If darkness is my punishment, then darkness is what I will become. I will tear down your temples one by one, until even the moon forgets your names. Your grace, please. Calm yourself, Bertrand begged. Get out, Ansel said. My lord, the priestess. I said get out. She is not dead, the healer said quietly. Not yet, but if you do not let the healers near her, then bring them, Ansel said. Bring every healer in this cursed empire, and if none of them can save her, I will burn the sky itself until the gods answer for what they have done. 6 months earlier, Duke Ansel Draven had not seen the sun in 26 years. He was born blind, the physicians said, though the midwife who delivered him swore his eyes had opened once, for a single breath, before closing forever. A curse, the old women whispered, a punishment for something his father had done, or his father's father. Nobody knew. Nobody dared ask a Draven twice. He grew up in a castle built for a man who could see. Every hallway memorized by count of steps. Every voice catalogued by weight and rhythm. Every silence a warning. My lord, the Eastern trade envoy has arrived, a servant announced. Send them away. I have no patience for merchants today, Ansel replied. Your Grace, if I may, Bertrand started. Bertrand, you have served this house since before I could walk. Do not test me today. As you wish, my lord. The servant said the Duke's temper had grown worse since winter. They did not know that winter was when the pain had started, a pain behind his sightless eyes that no physician could name, that came in the dead of night like something clawing to get out. They did not know that some nights Ansel Draven wept, silently, so the guards outside his door would not hear a blind man cry for a darkness that had never once shown him mercy. His father had died believing the blindness was a debt owed to gods no one worshipped anymore. His mother had died believing it was simply cruelty, plain and senseless. Ansel had grown past both beliefs. He no longer asked why. He had only learned how to survive it. My lord, the physician from the capital has arrived, Bertrand said. He claims to have a new treatment. Send him in, Ansel said, though I doubt he'll succeed where 40 others have failed. The physician was young, eager, full of theories about pressure and nerves and tinctures brewed from rare mountain herbs. Ansel sat through the examination in silence, as he always did, hands folded, jaw tight, while cold instruments pressed against eyes that had never once known sight. I'm afraid, Your Grace, that I can find nothing physically wrong, the physician admitted. Whatever ails you is beyond the reach of medicine. Then you are the 41st man to tell me the same thing, Ansel said. I am sorry, Your Grace. Don't be. I stopped expecting otherwise years ago. When the physician left, Bertrand lingered by the door, as he always did when he sensed his lord's mood darkening. You could see a healer from the old traditions, my lord, Bertrand suggested. There are whispers of women in the mountains who... Bertrand, I only mean to help, my lord. I know, Ansel said, but the church burns anyone who claims such gifts, and I will not have House Draven's name attached to heresy for the sake of a fairy tale. Yet even as he said it, some small and stubborn part of him wondered, not for the first time, whether the old stories were only stories after all. In the mountains beyond the capital, where the old maps still marked a temple that the church insisted no longer existed, a girl named Selene knelt before an altar of white stone, her hands cupped around a single flame that burned blue instead of orange. The moon does not answer prayers, Mother Rhea always said. The moon answers songs. Selene had been singing to the moon since she was 5 years old, since the night her village had cast her out for a birthmark shaped like a crescent on her collarbone. A mark of the old faith. A mark the church called heresy. The temple had taken her in, had taught her the old songs, the ones that could ease pain, slow bleeding, quiet a fevered mind, small mercies, forbidden mercies. You must never sing for the sick in the cities, Mother Rhea warned her. The church burns healers as quickly as it burns witches. To them, there is no difference. I understand, Mother, Selene said. Do you? You have a soft heart, Selene. Softer than is safe in this world. There were 4 of them left in the temple by then. Mother Rhea, eldest and wisest, keeper of songs older than the church itself, and 3 novices who had each been cast out of their villages for the same crescent mark. Selene was the youngest. She had been left in the temple's care since before she could remember her own mother's face. Why does the mark frighten them so much, Mother? Selene once asked. Because they have forgotten what it once meant, Mother Rhea explained. Long ago, before the sun temples rose and the old faith was driven into the hills, a child born with the crescent was considered blessed, chosen by the moon herself to carry a piece of her mercy into the world. Now they call it a curse, a brand of witchcraft. Do you believe it's a blessing? Selene asked. I believe, Mother Rhea said, that the world decides what is a blessing and what is a curse depending only on how afraid it is that day. Selene had turned that answer over in her mind for years afterward, long before she understood how true it would become for a man she had not yet met. A man cursed by the very faith she served, though neither of them yet knew it. Come, Mother Rhea said one evening, drawing Selene toward the altar. It is time you learned the deeper songs, not the ones for easing a fever or slowing a wound, the ones our order was truly built to guard. What songs are those? Selene asked. The song that lays the dying to rest, Mother Rhea said. And, if the old texts are true, a song that can undo what should never have been done in the first place, a song of unmaking grief. I have never heard you sing it, Selene said, because I have never needed to, and I pray, child, that you never will either. Some mercies come at too great a cost to give lightly. They met on a night neither of them had planned for. A carriage wheel broke on the mountain road. The Duke's guards, careless, left him alone by the roadside for the span of a single lantern's light while they searched for aid, alone in the dark, a darkness no different from any other darkness he had ever known. Ansel heard footsteps that did not belong to soldiers. Light, unhurried, humming something low and strange, a melody that seemed to bend the cold air around it. "Who's there?" Ansel called out. The footsteps stopped. "I mean you no harm, sir," Selene said. "I heard the wheel break from the ridge. I thought someone might be hurt." A woman's voice. Young. Unafraid, though she should have been, a lone woman should never approach a stranded nobleman's carriage at night. "I am not hurt," Ansel said. "Only inconvenienced." "Then I'll leave you to your inconvenience," she said. "Wait." She paused. He heard the shift of her weight, the rustle of a cloak. "You didn't ask my name," she said, "or my house, or whether I could reward you for your trouble." "Should I have?" Ansel asked. "Most people do. I am not most people." "No," she said, and there was something in her voice, not pity, which he despised, but simple, plain curiosity. "I don't suppose you are." He did not tell her he was the Duke of Draven. She did not tell him she was a priestess of a faith the church had outlawed a century ago. They spoke instead of small things: the shape of the wind on a mountain road, the sound owls made that city folk never noticed, the particular quiet of a world before dawn. When his guards finally returned, she was gone. He did not know her name. But for the first time in 26 years, Ansel Draven fell asleep without pain. The change did not go unnoticed. Within the castle, servants whispered about a duke who no longer snapped at every misplaced word, who took his evening walks alone and returned humming under his breath, an unheard of thing from a man who rarely spoke above the volume required to give an order. Bertrand noticed first, as he noticed everything. "You seem lighter these days, my lord, if I may say so," Bertrand observed. "You may not," Ansel said. "Of course, my lord." A pause. "There is nothing to notice, Bertrand," Ansel added. "I did not say there was, my lord. I only observed that you seem lighter." Observations require no explanation. Bertrand's careful restraint did not stop the rest of the court from speculating. A visiting baron's wife remarked, at a dinner Ansel barely tolerated attending, that the Duke of Draven smiled now, an expression she had never once witnessed in a decade of acquaintance. A rival house, the Voss family, took quiet note of the change and began asking, discreetly, whether House Draven's grip on its holdings might be softening along with its master's temper. Weakness, to men like Lord Voss, was simply opportunity wearing a different coat. None of them knew the truth. None of them could have guessed that the most feared duke in the empire spent his happiest hours each week sitting on a cold mountain stone, listening to a stranger hum, a song older than the church itself. He returned to that same stretch of road the following week, and the week after that. "You're the one from the carriage," Selene said, recognizing his voice. "I am," Ansel replied. "And you are the one who hums to herself when she thinks no one can hear." "I didn't think anyone could. I have very good ears, my lady. It is the one mercy the gods left me." She was quiet for a moment. "You're blind," she said. Since birth. Does that trouble you? Should it? No, he said, and he found himself almost smiling, a stranger's expression on his own face. It shouldn't. Her name was Selene. She never told him what she truly was. He never told her he was Duke Ansel Draven, heir to the most feared house in the Empire. For 3 months, they were simply two people who met on a mountain road, unburdened by titles, by curses, by the weight of who the world expected them to be. You never ask why I'm blind, Ansel said to her once, weeks into their strange, unnamed friendship. Should I? Everyone else does. Eventually. I already know why it doesn't matter, Selene said. So I don't see the point in asking why it happened. No one has ever said that to me before. Then the people in your life have been asking the wrong questions. He laughed, a real laugh, rare and startled out of him, the kind Bertrand would not have recognized had he heard it. Selene laughed too, and for a moment neither of them were what the world had made them. Not a cursed duke, not a hunted priestess. Only two voices in the dark, delighted to have found each other. Tell me something true, she said one evening, settling onto the flat stone she always claimed as her seat. Something you've never told anyone. Only if you go first, Ansel said. Fine. She considered a long moment. I am afraid of drowning. Not water, drowning specifically. I have never told anyone that. Not even Mother. She caught herself. Not even who? Ansel asked. Nothing. Your turn. He let the slip pass, though he filed it away the way he filed away every detail of her. The particular hitch in her breath when she was nervous, the way she always exhaled before laughing, as though bracing herself for joy. I am afraid, he said slowly, that I have already had the best moment of my life and did not know it, because I could not see it happening. Selene did not answer right away. I don't think that's true, she finally said. I think the best moment of your life hasn't happened yet. I think you're just impatient. How would you know? Because I feel the exact same way. And I refuse to believe the universe is that unkind to both of us at once. It was Selene who first noticed the pain behind his silence, the way his jaw would tighten on certain nights, the way his hand would rise unconsciously to press against his temple. Does it hurt? Your eyes? She asked. Always. Some nights worse than others. Let me try something. Hold still. He felt her hands, warm, hovering just above his closed eyes, not touching. She began to hum, that same strange melody from their first meeting, low and old, a song that seemed to come from somewhere beneath the earth rather than from her throat. The pain, which had lived behind his eyes for 26 years, went quiet. What did you do? Ansel asked, stunned. A small mercy, nothing more. It felt like nothing I have ever known. Then perhaps, she said softly, you have never known mercy at all. He should have asked more questions. He should have wondered how a mountain girl knew a song that could quiet a curse no physician in the Empire had ever touched. But Ansel Draven, for the first time in his life, chose not to interrogate a gift. He simply let himself be grateful. That was his mistake. Not trusting her, trusting the world to leave them alone. Your Grace, a moment of your time, Bertrand said. His voice was careful, in the way it was only careful when delivering bad news. Speak, Ansel said. The Eastern Watch reported seeing you on the mountain road again last night, alone, unguarded. I am capable of taking a walk without an armed escort, Bertrand. They also reported a woman singing. Ansel's expression did not change, though something in his chest went very still. That is not the Watch's concern, he said. My lord, forgive me, but if word reaches the church that the Duke of Draven has been meeting with a woman who sings the old songs in the mountains, then word will reach the church. I am not afraid of priests. You should be, my lord, Bertrand said quietly. Not for your own sake, for hers. He went to find her that same night, urgency in every step he had counted 1,000 times before. But the mountain road was empty. No hum in the darkness, no footsteps light and unhurried. Selene, he called. Nothing answered but wind. He did not know then that the church's inquisitors had already been to the old temple, that Mother Rhea had bought Selene time with her own life, buying her only a single night's head start into the wilderness. He did not know that the woman he had come to love, without ever learning her true name, was at that very moment running through the dark with nothing but a stolen cloak and a song she no longer dared to hum aloud. End of Part 1. The Blind Duke and the Moon Priestess continues in Part 2.
Moonlight found me in the dark, long before I learned your name. I loved you blind, I loved you first, before I ever saw your face. Now the shadows fall away, and dawn has finally come to stay. I see you now, I see you clear. My darkness gone, my mercy here. Sleep no more, my wandering heart. The curse is broken, we're not apart. Two souls who found the light too late, now walk together.